Wow, Canelo Alvarez man fans go absolutely berserk defending Canelo Alvarez after he chooses Callum Smith instead of Caleb Plant. This is going to be fun. We got to talk about this. Stay tuned and smash the like button. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Cash App is $Boxing Ego. Shout out to everybody for the support. We just working. I told you we're going to close 2020. It's been a tumultuous year. We're going to close it strong. Another great way to support the channel, click on my link and sign up for ESPN Plus by using that link. ESPN Plus, they have a ton of original content, docuseries, documentaries, archive fights like Teofimo and Lomachenko, which just happened, in case you want to rewatch that. Also UFC fights, past classic boxing matches for your viewing needs and pleasure. You can get ESPN Plus as a standalone app for $5.99, or you can get the bundle. That's ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus, all three of those apps for one low price of $12.99 for the whole bundle. Now, this should be fun. I made a video. I got the information that Canelo had moved on and selected who he's going to pick for his next opponent as a free agent. Obviously, people are curious about Canelo's next move since he's now a free agent and he's not forced to fight on DAZN. He's no longer with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, etc. after a settlement. So it's kind of been all eyes on Canelo, see what his next move is. One of the big rumors that he was going to fight Caleb Plant. That was like the same day it was announced he had split from De La Hoya and Golden Boy. That was the rumor that came out. Now, if you follow me for any length of time, you'll know my channel, I'm about putting out the right information with integrity. And I made a video about it saying that Canelo, sources are saying that he's going to fight Callum Smith instead of Caleb Plant, right? And I thought he was going to fight Caleb Plant. I said my opinion in that video, and the Canelo man fans came out in droves, which we'll get to in a second. I have screenshots of the various comments, and it got crazy, and you guys will see in the comment section. In an awkward attempt to defend their savior Canelo Alvarez for picking Callum Smith, they tried to attack the messenger. Now, from what I heard, Callum Smith should be announced today. As of recording this video, you guys should, by the time I upload this, it should be on Friday. And Canelo, from what I heard, will announce his fight with Callum Smith. So we're waiting for the information, but it looks like that's the direction that he's headed. And it must be something to be a Canelo man fan, not just a regular Canelo fan, but a Canelo man fan, because what I seen was insane. You had people defending. It was almost as if they knew that the fight where Canelo would receive more criticism was the Callum Smith fight. You got to think, Callum Smith, he's a guy from the UK. Canelo has fought a lot of British fighters and guys from the UK. A lot of people aren't familiar with his brand. They have a backstory. Canelo stopped his brother Liam Smith a couple years ago in Texas, and now he's going to fight, looks like, Callum Smith in Texas. But the fans, they didn't know what to do, so they put out misinformation. A lot of fans, a lot of the Canelo fans, and we're going to get to that in a second. And I told you on my channel, not going to happen. I'm all about putting out the accurate information. Listen, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. My guys Icy and Asante, they told me And they warned me that they had to see Canelo versus Caleb Plant next in order to believe it. And I'm like, man, the read on this fight is strong. I think Canelo will do what's right and fight Caleb Plant, you know? And foolish of me to believe that Canelo would, you know, fight Caleb Plant next, a difficult fight for his first fight as a free agent. So I apologize to Icy and Asante because they tried warning me, Ego's Army. They tried to warn me that don't be fooled. Canelo's kind of played this game before where he'll pick out certain names that people want to see him fight and he'll go in a different direction. You know, he'll say he wants to fight Andrade briefly and then it won't be Andrade. It'll be Rocky Fielding or something. But foolish of me, I think because he was leaving, because he left Golden Boy, so there was no Oscar. You know, it wasn't about what Golden Boy wanted to do. Canelo's a free agent. I thought he was going to get it cracking. The Callum Smith fight is cool. I don't know how many units it'll do. You can see from this picture, Callum Smith is a tall guy. He won the World Boxing Super Series, things like that. But in my video, I stated my opinion on my channel, right? I said that I would have preferred the Caleb Plant fight. I think Canelo has shown a propensity to have more difficulty with certain styles. So Caleb Plant, you heard Shakur Stevenson, he just did an interview and he said, man, I like both of them a lot. Caleb Plant versus Canelo, that's a 50-50 fight. Canelo has showed time and time again against every British fighter he's fought, he's beaten them, right? Matthew Hatton, Ryan Rhodes, Amir Khan, knockout, brutal knockout. Liam Smith, Rocky Fielding, an Eastern European guy in his last fight from Russia, Sergey Kovalev. So me personally, I was looking forward to the Caleb Plant fight. And just watch, I'm getting ready to play the clip of the Canelo Man fans desperately trying to defend this switch move, the bait and switch from Canelo Alvarez, right? And it's almost like they knew this fight was not going to get received exactly the same way. So they were mad defensive. I got called all types of names and haters. How am I a hater? Because I'm telling you what I want to see, which is Caleb Plant. There was a lot of misinformation and mistruths that were put out about Caleb Plant, which we'll get to at the back half of this video. People said Caleb didn't want no smoke. Caleb was ducking, you know, things like that. Somebody in the comment section, they even called me a racist. They said Ego just don't like white fighters, which makes absolutely no sense because when Canelo was rumored to fight the man you see on the screen, a Caucasian white fighter, Caleb Plant, I had no problem with it. So how could you say Ego just doesn't like white fighters or is biased or whatever? But I'm telling you, I wanted to see the Caleb Plant fight and I was excited. So sit back, grab your popcorn. We know what time it is. Look for any patterns. Just read the comments. If you need to, press play and press pause so you can read them because it might go too quick. But enjoy these comments. These are all the angry Canelo Man fans trying to defend Canelo fighting Callum Smith as opposed to Caleb Plant. And then I'll be back to close this video. So there you guys have it. You see for yourself a lot of angry Canelo man fans that Canelo has decided to switch gears, not fight Caleb Plant, and instead fight Callum Smith. So, you know, the defenses are all the way up and they're shooting the messenger or attempting to. Now, the funny thing is this. If you read some of those comments, again, you might have to go back, rewind this video, hit the pause button so you can watch them and read in its entirety. Some of the comments were saying things like Canelo will murder all these dudes, or just wait, Canelo's going to get to this person, things like that. And it's funny to hear from diehard Canelo man fans that have been saying this for years. On my channel, I push for Canelo to fight Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo, guys like David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. And you hear from the Canelo man fans that don't use any rationale. Oh, just wait. Canelo's going to get to these guys. He's going to destroy all these guys. He's going to murder them. He's going to put them all to sleep. But when does that part come? Like, when is he going to fight those guys? The Better Bievs, the Caleb Plants, the David Benavidez, the Jermall Charlos, Demetrius Andrade. I see a lot of people leaving comments for years about just hold your horses. He's going to, you know, he can't fight everyone. But I've been holding my horses, and I've been saying the same thing. Canelo's a talented fighter, which is why we want to see these premier fights, right? You also seen code words like, oh, shut up, at least he's not fighting bums like your fighter. Like, who is my fighter? So little subtle racial innuendos. As I mentioned, whoever said ego just don't like white fighters, that makes absolutely no sense, because Caleb Plant himself is a white fighter, and I'm all for this fight. And I said that from day one. Now, you see Caleb in shape. That's the other thing we got to get to. You've seen a lot of comments saying Caleb wouldn't be ready, and he told the world that he wasn't ready. The Ego Mythbusters has decided to debunk that. Again, I'm all about consistent, reliable information. This is Caleb Plant's recent post. Caleb Plant posted this dope little picture, black and white, and he says, I fear no man. This is the day he posted this, the day it was announced that Canelo was a free agent, right? You even see someone put, you better not turn down the Canelo fight again, right? So he said, I fear no man. Yesterday, before the news came out, he posted this picture of a wolf eating a carcass, and it said, put an effing date on it and let me pull up and do my thing. I'm ready this year, whenever, wherever. So this directly disputes and proves all those comments that I just showed you to be incorrect. So before the Callum Smith was posted, the article, before the sources came out and said he had actually picked Callum Smith, Caleb Plant posted this. He says, put a date on it. Let me pull up and do my thing. I'm ready this year. So that would include December. There's only a half a month in November left and December. So he said, I'm ready this year in all caps. But let the Canelo man fans tell it. They said Caleb Plant was not ready. And he just posted this graphic. So I don't know if a bunch of the Canelo fans, the man fans, go to like some kind of convention and gather the same information and just spread the same propaganda, but it's inaccurate, which is why I'm making this video. In addition, on this very picture, Canelo, you see this little button, this tag button? Let me see if I can zoom in. Y'all see that? You click on that on Instagram and it does something. It does something. Boom. After I clicked on it, it shows you who he tagged. So Caleb Plant has a picture of a wolf eating a carcass, and look who he tagged. He tagged Canelo. So obviously that's a euphemism, and it's supposed to be symbolic that Caleb Plant is the wolf and he's hunting Canelo. Once again, something else that directly contradicts the notion that Caleb Plant is ducking and ain't ready and don't want smoke. And he said he wouldn't be ready. He just told you in this whole post, and he tagged Canelo in it before the announcement came. Again, I'm all about the information. In addition to that, so I could finish destroying y'all, you emotional twerps. Caleb Plant, around that same time he posted the wolf picture, he posted this. It's a picture of a scale, right? 183.8. Everybody see that? 183.8. Caleb Plant fights at super middleweight, which is 168. So he has a month, you know, depending on when Canelo fights. They were saying about the 19th through the 20-something. So he has about a month and a week or so to lose 15.8 pounds. So it had nothing to do with Caleb Plant not being ready. In fact, here's his caption where he's only roughly 16 pounds away from his fight weight and in shape already. Caleb Plant said, I stick to the script year round. Like I said, I'm prepared for whoever, whenever. So these are clearly subliminal messages. And then the one he tagged Canelo, that's not a subliminal message. You see it. So yet and still, Canelo Man fans have a lot of explaining to do. They said that Caleb Plant couldn't be ready. And he allegedly said he wasn't ready, but this is the stuff he's posting. His weight being real close to competition weight. Posting a carcass, tagging Canelo. And since I actually know boxing, what they're referring to is Golden Boy, who no longer works with Canelo because they got sued for basically violating the contract in the Muhammad Ali Reform Act. When Canelo was with Golden Boy, Caleb Plant had a hometown Tennessee fight against Vincent Fainbutts. And the week of that fight, a story broke that Canelo wanted to fight Caleb Plant in May. So this is old. This was when he was still with Golden Boy. ringtv.com, link in the description. At that point, like, it's literally on his fight week. He hadn't even got past Vincent Fainbutts, right? Caleb Plant said, I'm not fighting Canelo Alvarez in May. So obviously Canelo Man fans probably know this. And what they're doing is trying to, look, it says rumor debunked, just like I'm debunking all the Canelo Man fans' claims. So what they're doing is purposely trying to create collusion and confusion by taking two completely different stories and merging them together, as if Caleb Plant recently said, because if you listen, all the people in my video who said Caleb Plant's ducking and he don't want no smoke, they couldn't produce. People were saying, send me a link of where Caleb Plant said that, and no one did it. So now I'm putting the video together. So this old article, before he fought Vincent Fainbutts, you know what I mean? They try to spring this Canelo. And then at that point, Caleb Plant says, that means take half a month off after a 3.5 month camp and then go right back to work, right? Just so they could try and get me when I'm overworked. You control the narrative, you control the media. Golden Boy will make an offer. So this is obviously old because Canelo's not even with Golden Boy anymore, right? Golden Boy will make an offer knowing I just fought. So when we say no, then it seems like I'm ducking him. Don't let them fool you. And it's ironic that even though Canelo's not with Golden Boy any longer, he's no longer with Golden Boy, and it's the same thing happening. Don't let them fool you. He said, I'm a world champion, a world-class fighter. I'm on my time. Don't be fooled. We're going to get him. He has fights left on his contract, right? So he just said he wasn't going to do what happened to Kovalev, which is just fight and then have no time to rest. And Canelo's had all this time to rest and then fight in May. And guess what? The pandemic happened, so Canelo didn't even fight in May. Checkmate. Canelo Man fans, you must try again. I'm the greatest. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.